Hey y'all, welcome back to Tay Talks episode number 3. I want to take some time just to say thank you once again because you don't have to take the time out to listen or even support your girl, but I just want to sincerely say thank you and know that I truly appreciate the love and the support. So today y'all, we're going to jump straight on into this one. So today I am solo dolo. God had placed something on my spirit for me to talk about on today. So, if you follow Shantae Renee Speaks, you know, on Mondays, I usually have a Motivation Monday going on. And that's pretty much what today is going to be, like a motivational piece. And then we're going to be in and out this thing, y'all. So today's topic is the power of procrastination. The power of procrastination. So I know I am speaking to everyone on this podcast, but God knows a lot of times when He is speaking to you to say something, He is speaking to yourself first. So, yes, God, have your way with this one. So, y'all, speaking of procrastination, it is something that you don't want to play with, just because of the fact it will cause you to lose out on your purpose. Procrastination will cause you to lose out on many opportunities that God has for you. Procrastination will put you in a place where you feel stuck. Procrastination will put you in a realm of feeling like you're not 100% yourself. Procrastination will make you feel like something is left behind. Procrastination can leave so much on your spirit. And today I am praying by the end of this podcast that spirit is broken off of you. So I'm just going to give a couple of tips on how can we get over this procrastination spirit. And it's only going to be about 5 points. We're going to be in and out, as the pastor say, and we're going to keep on pushing. So just speaking of procrastination, the first thing first, when it comes down to this spirit, because I know a lot of people, you know, they connect procrastination with laziness. And sometimes you just need to be motivated, like to understand, okay, what is it that's holding me back? What is it that's making me not want to move forward? So the first thing that I just want to give out when you're dealing with a spirit of procrastination, the first thing is this: you want to focus on your why. You want to focus on your why. Now, for some people, you know, your why could be your family. I know even for myself, it's my family. Usually when I'm starting new businesses, or I want to go back to school, or if I set my mind to something, it's usually because of like my family, you know, just want to do things like that. But for real, y'all, my first reason as of why, as a what is my why, is because God told me. And I don't take that so lightly. You know what I mean? Because God could have used anybody else. Like, when He give you a vision, give you a plan, He could give it to anybody, but you were so special to Him that He chose you. That means He trusts you. He's saying, yo, I trust you with the vision. And sometimes, you know, we get in that procrastination spirit, and that's what the devil wants, especially when God gave you something. So that's why it's so critical to remember your why. Because if you don't move when God tell you to move on something, y'all, He's going to give the vision to somebody else. And what's going to be so crazy, because you're going to be mad at yourself once He give it away, because the same thing, you know, the thing that He have given you, He will give it to somebody, and you're going to watch them carry on the vision that He gave you. You're going to have to watch somebody else complete the assignment that He has given you. You're going to have to watch Him give them the blessings that He was going to give to you, because you procrastinated. You dropped the ball. And God's going to say, well, I tried to give it to you. Well, I did give it to you, but you didn't act on it. You didn't move. So don't be mad now. Don't be aggressive in your prayers now, because you didn't move when I told you to move. And I'm telling you, if God trusts you to do something, that's when you have to start believing in yourself. That's when that faith, that's when you need to, you know, you don't want to be arrogant or boast or anything about that. But yo, that's like a proud moment. Like, God, you picked me? You thought of your girl when you thought of me doing this? You know, you have to have that type of energy about you, because who else going to have that type of energy about you? You know, so Believe in what he's telling you, y'all. And that's carrying me into my point two. My point number two is you have to get over your fear. So if your confidence level get up when just like I said, you're not boasting, but you being confident in what God has given to you, you can't walk in fear when you completing the assignment. You can't be scared of what people going to say, or if they're going to do this, if they're going to do that, or they're going to support me, or they're not going to support me. It's all type of stuff that runs through your mind when God give you something. Even when God give you a ministry, you like, well, dang, well, God, I did this in my past. Can you really use me? And when we start questioning, that means you fearful. You fearing of the things that you don't know. And God said, I'm trying to show you some new things. But yet you still holding on to that past. You're holding on to that guilt. You're holding on to past failure. You're holding on to past disappointments. And that's why you procrastinate and you don't move forward when God tell you to move forward. Because of the fact you scared. And sometimes you gotta get like bone crusher. Like, I ain't never scared. It's just certain things that you have to do to just give yourself that boost. Like in order, you got to do something to buck yourself up. Like, you know what I mean? It's just certain things that you have to do to get over that fear. And pray about it. If you scared, because even speaking for me, y'all, it's certain visions and certain things that God has told me to do. Like, y'all, for real, let me be 100 with y'all on my own podcast. So, yes, I have Shantae Renee Speaks, right? And I haven't been posting a month of January. Honestly, I've been sitting, did some fasting, did some praying, trying to see what's shifting next. And what I do know, is that I'm getting to a point where I'm not even getting to a point. I'm to a point where I know I'm no longer a motivational speaker. And I know God is trying to shift, but yet I get in my feel, I get in my own head, I get in my own thoughts, and that's where those fears come in. And I be like, well, God, like, is people really gonna support my ministry? I know I did some stuff in my past, that people still talk about, that still knock me for and stuff like that. But God, I gotta believe in you. You gave me the vision, so I know my ministry is about to shift. It's no longer not gonna be that platform of motivation speaking. Like, God, I know you have. I know my assignment is somebody generational curse is waiting on me to break it. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, God, I got to get in tune, because what I'm not going to do is die and my assignment ain't completed because I didn't help somebody else get through their breakthrough. So, God, you know what I mean? So you can't be fearful. And you can't procrastinate in this walk. So, like I said, yeah, I haven't been doing no videos this month, but I really have been trying to get in line with, okay, God, what's next? How we going to shift this platform? And I see he's starting it now, because I'm telling y'all about something that me and God have been talking about. Okay, that was just something personal I just shared right fast. I pray it helps somebody, y'all. So going on to the third point. In order for you to break this spirit of procrastination, you have to get you somebody, and it don't have to be your boo. I mean, it'd be great if it's your boo, but get with somebody, or get a friend, get a cousin, get somebody who's going to hold you accountable. Somebody that you could trust, though, because that's the thing you have to be careful about. When you start sharing your vision, that's something that God has given to you. Look at it like this. When you have a baby, you don't let everybody watch your baby. No, indeed. I got 4 kids, and I promise to you, I know a lot of people, but I'm very selective with who watching my 4 kids. So when you have this baby, the baby is the vision that God has given to you. You're selective who you trust with it. But when you talking to somebody about it, let them know, like, yo, this year I'm going to do this, this, and this. So I need you to hold me accountable. But also, y'all, you can't get mad at the person when they holding you accountable. When they come back and be like, hey, I just want to check up on you, see how you doing, what progress you made, And if you don't have no feedback to give, you can't get in your feelings because you asked them to hold you accountable. So you got to take it like as a self-check. Like, all right, man, I'm going to get up on this. I got something. I'm going to have something for you next time we talk. Set a date. Setting a date is really good to help you just still be accountable. Get a planner, get a calendar, write down, I'm going to have this done by this day. Do a checklist, like check it all. Like, all right, God, we rolling, boom, boom, boom. And the more that God see you, doing it, he's going to do it with you. So, y'all, we're almost done with these points. Told y'all I was going to be in and out. So, the fourth fourth point that I have, y'all, is you gotta set some realistic goals. Be real with yourself. Like I have well, I don't want to keep calling it a t-shirt line. I have a Christian based apparel store, right? It's online. Y'all, I'm about to drop it back out for like the guy is working with me on that, y'all. And it's called Pretty Dope Fate. But I'm sharing this for someone who may have a small business. So if you going out here and say, well, God, you know what, this first month I'm going out here and I'm gonna sell 500 shirts. I'm dropping 500 shirts this month, guy. And you know good and well you didn't do the research. You didn't print up a shirt. You don't have no vinyl. You don't got no print on demand. You don't even have a plan as of how you selling 500 shirts. So that's where your goal that you set not realistic. So you procrastinate with it. You don't move on it. You don't operate on it. Instead, you sit on it because you didn't set this bar up so high that now it's like, well, God, that is impossible for me to do. You have to set some realistic goals with yourself. And so this is the last one. This is the absolute last one, y'all. And we're going to be out of here. So the fifth point to getting over procrastination spirit, or to break that procrastination spirit, is to stop thinking everything has to be perfect. Everything does not has to be perfect. And I'm speaking to myself on this one because, like I said before, I have a Christian based apparel store, right? Online, everything. The site been up for about a year. Yeah, I have not put nothing out, and it's because of the fact it's me. It's not God. It is me. I don't feel like the site is up to my expectations. But yeah, God told me go ahead and move on it, girl. I've been told you last year to do it. Now I'm gonna tell you again this time, and you better take me serious because I'm telling you, give me 1 year, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with it. But you got to do it. So get out of your own way of thinking something is not right, because God already has told us, I didn't make y'all perfect. So therefore, stop having these perfect expectations of yourself. Give yourself some grace, give yourself some mercy, and just know that, like, it's okay for everything not to be okay. You're human. And some days you're going to have great days. Some days you're going to have not so great days. But at the end of the day, you're still here to see the day. So just know everything isn't going to be perfect. So don't fault yourself or feeling like, well, I'm going to hold out on doing this, God, because this is not how I want it to be. And God said, that's what you're messing up at. You keep saying this is not how I want it to be, when it's really not all about you. It's about what He's trying to do through you because He trusts you. So y'all, that is pretty much it. I'm going to tell y'all these 5 points one quick last time. So the first one is to focus on your why. Remember that God trusts you to give you the vision, so therefore you got to move on it. If not, you're going to see somebody else doing it. The second one is get over your fear. Don't allow that fear to hang over your head that you can't get started or do what God has told you to do. You're procrastinating, you're dragging your feet because you're scared of what people may say or do. And that's not what God told you. He told you get started and just trust me. The third one is get with someone who's going to hold you accountable. Don't get in your feelings when they do a check-in. Just let them know, like, hey, I thank you. Thank you so much for holding me down, telling me what I told myself I was going to do. Number 4, you got to be in tune with your number one player, which is you. Set some realistic goals. Be real with yourself. If you know, especially if this is even for my people, you could be a single mom, single dad, whomever, and you know you have kids and you setting these big goals about your business, you got to figure out a real balance and how you're going to go ahead and set them goals. And then the fifth one is you don't have to be perfect. Everything does not have to be perfect. That's not how God operates. And so, y'all, that is pretty much it about the breaking that spirit of procrastination. I pray that it touches someone. Matter of fact, we're going to end out on a prayer because, God, I'm just believing that whomever it is listening to this podcast who needed the motivation to be able to push forward, who needed to just know that that you can get through it. So we're gonna go ahead and end off on a prayer, God, and then we're gonna be all done. So God, I just want to come before you just to say thank you for just another podcast, God. Thank you for the vision. Thank you for not allowing me to procrastinate, to drag my feet with this vision. But God, we praying for those who are in the need of breaking that spirit of procrastination. God, we just believing, we trusting that you know who it is that may be listening. You know the person needs, you know they want, you know what their heart desire, God. So I'm just believing that you're going to step in, you're going to intervene, you're going to remove the people that need to be removed, you're going to restore the happiness, the joy, you're going to replace the people that you remove with the people who need to be in their lives, who can set them apart, who can help them build up their brand, build up their business, or build up their ministry, God. You're going to allow whatever that procrastination is to break right now, God, because the devil don't want them to see their full potential that you have called them to be. The devil don't want them to see the next level that you want to elevate them to. The devil don't want to see the happiness, the joy. Instead, God, we're going to rebuke that right now, God. Any spirit of depression, anxiety that's coming along with the procrastination, God, right now, I pray right now that you remove that and you restore it with peace and love and joy and happiness, God, and just every character of you, and just knowing that you are a God of doing all things, God. We don't have to question things when it comes to you, because you are a God of all knowing and all powerful, and just knowing that it is you. So God, I pray that you just teach and love on us and show us how to trust you. We may not trust everybody in our circle, we may not trust everybody around us, God, but we have to learn how to trust you and trust that you are protecting us, that you are covering our vision, and you are being the God that's going to be the one that's just going to show up and show out. And so, God, right now, I just want to say thank you for the faith that you are storing upon us, God, and just allowing us to just see the things through your eyes and not through our eyes. Allow us to see how you see us, God, and not what we see within us, not the negative things, not the things that's trying to break us or mold us into something that we aren't, God. Just allow us to see you. So, God, just thank you, because we know it's already done in your name, God. And it's already done in your name, God. And it is already done in your name, God. God, just thank you. And we claiming all great things in Jesus Christ's name. We do pray. Amen. So y'all, thank y'all once again to listening to episode 3. Please share this with someone who may need this, God. And we are just believing that we're going to hear some great stories, some great testimonies after hearing about this, after someone's able to listen to this podcast. So we will see you all next month for episode 4. Y'all have a great one. Bye.